Hello, I'm Mr. Miller. Welcome to virtual open house. I'm going to share my presentation for this year. All right, so welcome to open house. Like I said, I'm Mr. Miller. I'm teaching Algebra 2 Honors to your student this year. And in Algebra 2 Honors, we will be looking mostly at covariation. So we're looking at how two variables change in relationship to one another. This will lead us to looking at this is how we will explain the functions. And we'll be looking at linear functions, exponential functions, lots of different types of functions. Some of these your students have learned in Algebra 1. In Algebra 1, they spent a lot of time with linear and quadratic functions, a little bit with exponential. We'll be looking at those again this year. So first semester, we do have a little bit of review, but we'll be taking these concepts to another level. We'll also spend time with probability, statistics, and trigonometry. Didn't show up there, but we do have a unit on trigonometry at the end of the year. We'll be using an online text, not an online. We'll have both textbooks. Your students should have this Pathways Algebra 2 textbook, and it does have an online component to it. This textbook is a consumable. They should be writing in this. They can take notes in it. We'll be working in this. There's not enough room probably to do the homework problems, but all of our lessons they should be doing in this book. This is a screenshot of what the web page looks like. This is mine, so it has instructor buttons. They won't have that, but it will have the entire textbook available if for some reason they don't have their book with them. It also has PowerPoint files. These PowerPoints will walk them through each lesson and provide the textbook recommended answer for each question for the lesson. So if they miss a lesson or want to review it, these PowerPoints are a great way to do that. We will be assigning some of these homework problems, and there are homework solutions in this book. All right, our learning management system this year is Buzz. This is where students will come. This is where they'll start. I'm not sure exactly how everything will work out because we're still learning. I'm going to attempt to put the entire course in Buzz, and we'll see how that goes. I used Google Classroom last year, but I would like to try having everything in one place. So my goal is to use Buzz, but I will be communicating with your students on how all that is working out, and we will just make adjustments if necessary. But this will definitely be where they go to connect and find everything. So if we switch to Google Classroom, it will all be linked through the Buzz platform. So this is where they should be coming whenever they want to interact with this class. Video meetings, we're going to use Microsoft Teams this year. I did Zoom last year, but we're going to try starting off with Microsoft Teams. Seems like this might be a better option for security and provide a few more features for us. It'd be important that we stay in communication this year. So if you need to get a hold of me, email is the best choice. I have access to my email all day, and I can get those messages and respond. I do have my phone number posted here, and we were provided with an app. However, the app is not fantastic, and I have not been able to get my messages using the app. And since I will not be going into school for the start of this year, it's best if you email me. There may be a function in Buzz for contacting me, but I have not found that. But I put that there in case we do have that. The ways I will be communicating, I will be communicating with your students with Buzz announcements, communicating with parents with weekly progress reports. These will be emailed out to the emails that are in Synergy. So I don't know if you can check that in Parent View, but make sure your emails are up to date. That's how I will be communicating. You also have access to online grades through Parent View. And if you need access to that, I put information on the right. Please contact the office and ask for an activation key if you need that. I will be sending emails home. That will be a main way of communicating. Also emails with students. If I communicate through Buzz or need to contact a student, I will be sending an email to their GApps, their SUSD email account. So please check in with your students and make sure they're checking their emails. And then of course I'll call home if we're having trouble with other communication. Semester grades for Algebra 2 honors, this is set up by the district, so I don't have any options in this, but homework counts for 16% of the grade. The tests and quizzes during the semester are 64%. The final counts for 20%. So this is for each semester. First semester, there's one final, 20% of your first semester grade. Second semester, there's a final, 20% of the second semester grade. District does not allow us to provide extra credit, so there will be no extra credit this year. Late assignments, this applies to homework. If homeworks are late, they are docked 1 letter grade, and I do accept late homework up until the next quiz or test. Assessments, most of the assessments can be retaken one time. My goal is that students master the material, so if they don't do well on a quiz, something went wrong somewhere, I want them to get extra help, learn the material, master the material, retake the quiz, and get a better grade. If a quiz is retaken, I give the better grade, so I don't average them. The better grade will be put into the gradebook. To be eligible for a retake, I do ask that all the homework assignments were completed. If they weren't completed, I ask the student to meet with me and we'll come up with a plan where they can get those turned in and do a retake. Office hours, as long as we're in distant learning, so as long as we're not coming to school, I will be available from 1:20 to 2:20, and students will have a link where we can connect for office hours. Once we get back to Saguaro, I'm available most days after school and before school by an appointment. I also work with the Scottsdale Math Science Academy. I'm the Cohort Coordinator, so I work mainly with the freshmen and sophomores. And quite a few of the students in my classes are sophomores in the Math Science Academy, so I will be relaying information through our class. Not taking up too much class time with that, but that will be one thing that I'm communicating during class. And this slide, not that I'm not going to have high expectations, this is an honors class, but want to be understanding that we're going through a lot of challenges right now, and students, teachers, parents, we're all handling this in different ways. And some of the training that we've been provided is around social and emotional learning. And one of the quotes that stuck with me was progress, not perfection. And this is a quote I'm going to be just reminding myself as I'm trying to learn to teach better online and just deal with the things that are going on. Not going to be perfect, but I am going to be striving to progress each day. And that's what I'm going to ask for students. I'm not going to be looking for perfection, but we're going to be learning and getting better. Thanks for coming today or watching this today, and look forward to meeting you when we can do that and communicating throughout the year. Thanks again.